At the time of recording this, it is about 10 months after Kenya had its general elections. I want to talk to young men. You know, young men, we were also once young men, and without you knowing, very soon you'll be older than what I am or what we are. Now, I have been qualified, although my profession then did not. There's a time in Kenya when if you're a civil servant, you're not supposed to register as a voter, and you are not supposed to vote. That was that way until 1992, when the government decided that civil servants should vote, and actually the civil servants were, the intention of having civil servants vote was to make sure that, you know, they were harassed and told you must vote for KANU, the ruling party. So Moi and his people realized that if civil servants were coerced to vote for KANU and Moi, then that KANU and Moi would benefit. That was 1992, but I was qualified to be a voter in the 1979 elections, 1983 elections, 1988 elections, 1992 elections, 1997 elections, 2002 elections, 2007 elections, 2013 elections, 2017 election, and 2022 elections. I have not counted the by-elections in between. So all this time, I have seen election violence perpetuated by young men during that time of elections. 1979, I would be lying if I said I saw an election. But when I joined the police and was taken to West Pokot, I managed to first-hand notice how Francis Lotodo used youths. The youths of that time were slightly older than me, or around my age, how he misused them, and how many of them died during the 1984 operation. Those who are alive, if you meet them, you'll find that they are leading a terrible life. Most of the people who have used youths wrongly, to date they have led terrible lives. But today I'm talking to the youth, and I'm talking about the youths who were misused by politicians for political purposes. 1984, that is immediately after 1983 elections, there was a major operation in West Pokot which I participated in as a police officer, and many Pokot youths died. They died because of Lotodo. From there, I remember there was several elections have had several problems, but I remember in 1997, Peter Kuguru, the softer guy, called me, and he was concerned. He was concerned that every elections in Madira, youths died and youths. So he asked me, how can we stop it? We organized for some former, there are 6 wards in Madira, but I think out of the 6, 4, we took 4 former police officers. These other 2, one was in prison and the other one was a former army, but mostly were police, because I remember uh, the one from the army. He was a former senior sergeant. People used to call him Owati. So we were 6, and we sat down and said, how can we tell the youths not to fight each other? We conducted seminars, we conducted whatever, and I'm proud to say that, and I'm also thankful to Peter Kuguru for giving me that opportunity, in that there was only one death, one political death in the 1997 Madeira. And I'll tell you how that lady died. It was unfortunate it happened, but I'll tell you what happened. Because we had sat down and we went around all the 6 wards, insisting that you should not even scratch another boy or another person because of politics. If the candidates want to fight, let them fight themselves. So one time there was a problem at Karatina Stadium, and Peter Kuguru's youth repulsed Matua Maye's youths. And when Matua Maye's youths passed near Karatina DEB, they met a woman who had a T-shirt which had the slogan of Peter Kuguru, and they attacked her and she died. But before 1997, and I want to say that from 1997, I don't think in Madeira, although I've not been going there regularly, but I don't think that in Madeira we had any other serious political violence. So I'm happy for that, and I'm also thankful to Peter Kuguru for having given me a chance to do that. We have seen from 1997, we saw the worst was 2007, which led up to the political situation. Young men, your sons today are going to be the young men of tomorrow. Just like you are our sons, we did it with bad results. You are doing it with bad results, and your sons will do it with bad results. Why should you fight physically? Not even physically. Why should you even be annoyed because of the... Just remember that all the candidates who appear on ballot papers are all qualified for the seat. It is only that there is only one person per time. Now, if there is one person per time, then it means that even the candidate you are not supporting is qualified. So telling the other person that my candidate is better and that person doesn't listen, there is no need of becoming physical. As I said, today is exactly 10 months from the time the elections were held. If you go to the nearest trading center, just look at those boys who used to shout, who used to board lorries, who used to shout slogans. And I want especially you to go for that one whose candidate won. Ask him if he'll tell you. During the campaign time, I would just flash at the candidate and the candidate would call me back. But today getting him is hard. Yes, getting him is hard because when one is elected, he's a bit more busy than before he was elected. But then again, according to the candidate, you are just a vessel that was used and discarded. So the person you are hurting is a village mate of yours. Make him become lame. Everybody in the village will always remember 30 years from today that it is you who made that person be. Matua Mai is dead. Davidson Ngivuine Kuguru is dead. Francis Lotodo is dead. But if you find the youths of my age who used to fight for these men, they lead a very terrible life. And I don't want to comment about nightmares that they have. That is that.